On.
Look at this. Craig going all in with the sixes.
He moved in for $1 million.
Oh, but big trouble behind him. The ladies, the pair of queens, but Tommy Vedes.
Well, there you see the chip counts. Joe Serock well out in front with $4.2 million. Tommy Vedes, the WPT champion, going for his second title tonight, sitting in last place right now.
All right, Andy's 5,000 blinds, 20 and 40. To the felt we go. Sharon Levin gonna fold his hand, and now it's on John Dolan out of Biloxi, Mississippi, 26 years old. He's got a pair of sevens, and he's gonna make it 85,000 to go.
Joe Serock going out. Craig Bergeron doesn't even think about playing the 9-7 of spade.
And now we're going to WPT champ Tommy Vedes. He's got queen, jack, and he's made the call.
Well, Tommy's the kind of guy who likes to see flops.
Sevens up against queen, jack, or flopping.
It's ace 10-3, so Tommy Vedes has flopped an ace-high straight draw, but he's going to check.
And Dolan's going to bet 90 grand. And Tommy looking back down, doesn't want any part of it.
Very nice continuation bet by John Dolan there to win him the pot. John Dolan been at the top of the leaderboard almost all week long. Happy to be at this final table, his first WPT final table ever. In fact, his first WPT-K.
The level of play in these games for the stakes that we're playing is pretty surprising. I would say it's about the equivalent of maybe a live 1-3 game at a big property here in Vegas.
Yeah, so one of the cool features for the games in WPT Global is that they limit the number of professional players to 2 per table. So you can hop in there and expect a very fair and beatable lineup.
I think I'm up about 20,000 in the cash games the last 3 days or so.
Fun cash games, can't really overstate it.
All right, onto this hand, John with a quick fold. Down Joe Serock, who has not picked up many hands, but he's still a chip leader. He's been bluffing beautifully all night long. He's going to fold this one, though.
Over to the dapper-looking Craig Bergeron. He goes out again.
Tommy Vedes now has called it. Sharon with an option to raise. He says, I'm fine with that. We have two-way action.
Now flop comes ace, king, 9. Tommy with the 2 kings checks.
Sharon picking up nothing.
Checks right behind him. And now a 5 comes off.
Sharon has 5s now. He's picked up a piece of that.
And again, Tommy checks, but I think Tommy's got to feel like he's got the best hand with kings here. The guy didn't raise pre-flop, so you don't put him on an ace.
Sharon has bet 50 grand with a piece of it.
You can't blame him for betting the 5s after his opponent checked twice.
Tommy's going to make this call.
Now a jack comes up.
No help to either player. Tommy first to act, and he's going to bet his kings this time, 50,000.
A little defensive bet. You want to see what your opponent's got, but you don't want to see it get raised like it's happening here. Sharon coming right over the top, making it 175,000.
He's also known as the tightest player at the table, so he's got Tommy thinking here, what did I get myself into?
I'm just thinking, the guy make a straight here? Did he make 2 pair? What is going on here? He didn't raise before the flop, did bet on the flop. And a good call by Tommy Vedes right there. He figured it all out perfectly, that the guy was just making a move, made the call, and taking down the pot. Very nicely done by Tommy Vedes.
Almost worked.
Wow, Sharon Levin sickened by that. He's saying, where's the respect, my friend? I'm supposed to be tight, you're supposed to fold.
What he's really saying is, why am I bluffing? What am I doing? That's not my game.
He's a local favorite. Sharon Levin plays here every day. He's got a big fan base behind him.
Vince, this is his second WPT final table in a row right here at the Hard Rock. One was a non-televised event, but it was a big tournament, so pretty impressive stuff by the guy.
All right, onto this hand, Craig out. Tommy Vedes picking up a mid-pair, pair of 6s. And he's going to raise to 90,000.
Sharon. Notice he just looked at the ace. He didn't look at the second card. He's just moving all in.
Yeah.
That's enough to go with.
Dolan out. Serock out.
6-15.
Back around to Tommy Vedes. It cost him over $500,000 to make this call here.
Oh, well, Sharon looks at his second card, a miserable 3. He's not going to like it. He is hotter than a cup of coffee at 7-Eleven.
Strong hand, or you just like to make me smooth?
And look at this. He's getting a feeling that Tommy's going to call him, so he's trying to talk him out of it.
Well, he doesn't want him to play, I can guarantee you that. Tommy probably figuring the best he can be is in a race situation, though. His opponent's probably got 2 overcards.
I call.
Well, what a call by Tommy Vedes. And you can see how happy he is when his opponent turns up an ace-3, meaning he's a nice favorite to win this pot and eliminate Sharon from this tournament.
Sharon, his legs buckling, it appears,
So the X.
trying to get a smile out of him.
I wish I see the 3. I saw the ace. I didn't see the other card. I know you're raising light. I saw the ace. I wish I know I have a 3.
And Sharon is trying to talk to anyone that'll listen.
If he wants to win here in this tournament tonight, he's going to have a lot of help. Not a lot, just a lone ace would do it.
Let me go see the ace. Let's see the ace together.
Let's see the ace together.
I raised you with one card. I didn't know
an
what's
ace,
my... Nobody fold the ace. Nobody. I didn't see one.
Sharon trying to see his ace. Maybe he'll get it. We will see.
A 6 right on the flop. It's come King Jack 6. Whoa! Now the only way
Queen 10.
Sharon can win this pot is it must come a queen and a 10, where he makes an ace high straight.
What's the difference?
Oh, man. 3 of a kind, just like that. Tommy Vedes with a big high five with a pro Joe Alpaya. And Sharon's sick, and he knows he needs runner.
6, 6, 6. It's crazy. Coming in 6, day 6 with 600,000.
Tommy Vedes started out as a short stack tonight, and here comes the turn. It's a 2 of hearts. Sharon drawing dead.
Sharon Levin from Pembroke, Florida, 41-year-old local player here at the Seminole Hard Rock Casino, out tonight in 5th place.
A fine sport, shakes hands with everyone. Tight, solid game. The local has to say goodnight.
6, that's a sign. I've been seeing 6s all week.
Sharon Levin out in 5th place, gonna take home $158,000, and now he's going over to talk to Matt Savage.
Sharon, you were pretty patient all day long today, and you made your move with the ace-3. What were you thinking on that hand?
I didn't know what my other card is. Yes, and I'm on the bottom. I have just 600,000. The blind is already 20, 40. I saw the ace. I hope he will not call. If he call, maybe my other card is bigger than 3. But anyway, flop a set of 6s, so even if I have aces, I'm out. So.
We played 2 World Poker Tour events this year. You final table both of them. Congratulations to you. I'm sure we'll see you back again. $158,000. Congratulations, Sharon. All right, Marianella, back to you.
All right, Tommy Vedes has raised to 90,000. And look at this, John with an ace-3 has re-raised to 235. Is Serock gonna go away?
Greg Bergeron, who hadn't played much at this final table, but looks dapper.
Yep, he has folded the hand.
And Tommy Vedes going to make the call.
So we got King-Queen up against ace-3. Winner's gonna take home close to 800,000 here tonight.
A nice flop for Tommy as he flops top pair. There comes Queen 9-5.
Check.
And he's going to check and allow his opponent to make a continuation bet, which is what it looks like John is going to do.
Yep, the man from Biloxi, Mississippi doesn't miss a beat. He's gonna stick out a bet.
All in.
And a quick all-in by Vedes.
I mean, just a 1 second all-in, an insta all-in, as we say. Bad news for John Dolan as he throws his hand away.
Yeah, he does the insta-muck.
Insta-muck is right. And Tommy Vedes taking down that pot.
Very nicely done by Vedes, a WPT champion.
Well, Tommy going for his 2nd WPT title tonight. Only 15 players in WPT history have won multiple events.
Joe Hague reaction right there.
Tommy looking to become the 16th.
There you go, Tommy. Here we go. Here we come.
He is looking jolly. What a run he's making this evening. 4-handed poker continues at the Hard Rock, and John Dolan gonna raise with the Queen Jack, makes it 80,000 to go. Serock mixes up his game beautifully. He folds. And also out. And now Tommy Vedes with a 10-7. He's going to make the call. He's in the big blind.
Tommy Vedes is what we call a defender. Just doesn't like to give up his blind, so he makes the call. We're going to see a flop. It comes ace, ace, 9 with 2 diamonds.
Helps neither player. Vedes first to play. He checks it. Dolan knows the strength of the continuation bet, even if you don't hit. And again, he's going to put the chips out there like any good gambler would do. 80,000.
And Tommy Vedes, of course, has nothing. Just to 10 high, but look at this, Vince. He is getting out raising chips. He is going to check raise with junk here.
Oh, boy.
At least it looks like he is. He knows by doing this, his opponent literally can't continue the hand unless he's got an ace in it.
Oh, boy, he is going to push. He is going to bet with nothing but heart.
That's why this guy's a WPT champ. He's got heart.
And he's going to make John Dolan fold his hand.
What a play by Tommy Vedes right there. He is dabbing it right now.
Right there, John Dolan. Things not going his way. He's got a little itch, breaking out in a rash.
Well, this is the guy giving him the rash. Tommy Vedes has check raised him twice in a row, and it is bugging him.
Right now, Joe Serock still the chip leader with close to 4.3 actions on him. And he's going to look down a little pair of threes here. Gotta like that, and he's going to move it up to 80,000 to go. Craig Bergeron going out. Tommy Vedes with a nothing hand, also folding.
So back to John Dolan. When he looks down at ace king of clubs, just a monster.
Come on.
Who's on the short stack right now, and he ships it, moves all in.
Can I get a count?
And Joe Serock, interested, says, I want to count.
Yeah, it's going to cost Joe about $625,000 more to make this call. You know, at best, you're in a race. And then you have to win the race to win the pot. So, A, you have to wish for a race. B, then you have to wish to win it. Asking for a lot, Vince.
I think a lot of people would prefer to win it. I would. I would ask to win it rather than lose that. But that's just me.
Well, he can afford to make this call. Mm-hmm. That's one thing you can say, but he opts not to. Gives the pot up. So John taking it down.
The level of play in these games for the stakes that we're playing is pretty surprising. I would say it's about the equivalent of maybe a live 1-3 game at a big property here in Vegas.
Yeah, so one of the cool features for the games in WPT Global is that they limit the number of professional players to 2 per table. So you can hop in there and expect a very fair and beatable lineup.
I think I'm up about 20,000 in the cash games the last 3 days or so.
Fun cash games, can't really overstate it.
But the blinds are going up to 25 and 50 at this point. First to act is Joe Serock.
He brought out the sunglasses. Looks like he got at the dollar store. But that's what he does. He skateboards around, gets the cheap sunglasses. He's happy.
He's got to make it 100,000 with just 8-5. Craig folds a king jack. Tommy Vedes now with a king jack of hearts has re-raised to 255 to go. And behind him, John Dolan with a pair of fours.
All in.
And he's going all in with the fours. Serock out.
So a tough decision now for Tommy Vedes here. The 4-bet, folks, with just 2 fours here. The pot was raised and re-raised in front of him, yet Dolan showing the heart to move all in.
And Joe Serock meanders over to the rail.
Joe Serock just looking like a happy beatnik right now. Just getting up, walking away, and sort of glancing over his shoulder to see if Tommy Vedes is going to make this call.
Does anyone have any real sunglasses? These are like $5. They don't work.
I think he's overpriced him about $4.
I think you're right. I think your call is a little bit better, worth about $1. We get a lot of free spirits in poker, though. Oh, look at this.
What
Tommy.
a call by Tommy Vedes. And you can see the look on John Dolan's face. He did not want to see that get called. He knows at best he's in a race for all his dough, and that is the case.
Tommy Vedes cannot watch. Got king jack of hearts.
Taking ace-10 up on flop.
He said I'll just take an ace-10, a couple big cards where I can have a straight draw, at least.
Pair of fours up against king jack. Dolan looking confident.
Not very confident. You're never confident when you're all in, Vince.
Here we go with the flop.
The flop is 5-5 deuce.
Not good for Vedes. John Dolan liking that flop. His fours out in front.
Great flop for John Dolan. The opponent must catch a king or a jack. Doesn't happen on the turn as a 9 comes up.
Yeah, not good for Vedes.
If it's not a king, jack, or a 9, John Dolan will double up.
All right. Who will be stung with the pain? We're coming down to the river.
It's a 7. So there you go. What a great time for John Dolan to move in. And he did it after his opponent 3-bet, Vince.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
John Dolan doubling up. Showed a lot of heart right there. Vedes sits back down. 4 players remain here on the World Poker Tour. We're coming back on the Seminole Hard Rock in just a moment. The short stack at this time. Let's go to the hand. Tommy Vedes will fold his 10-7.
John Dolan looks down at ace-8 offsuit.
Yep, he's going to raise to 105, and now Joe Serock with a pair of 9s. Haven't seen Joe with too many quality hands. This time he picks up a good one.
Joe has changed his sunglasses. Took the red ones off. Put the dark ones on. Now, how many pairs of sunglasses does a guy bring to a final table? That's my question to you.
Many as you can keep on a skateboard. I don't know.
These sunglasses look way better than the other pair, I must say.
More attractive, but look at this. He is going to raise with the 9s. 240 to go. Craig out. Back on John Dolan.
You know John Dolan doesn't like that. Looking at this hand. And he's going to give it up, so Joe Serock taking down yet another pot.
Yep, looks back at the 9s.
You know, if you look at Joe, he just looks like the all-American kid, the college kid, you know, and you just never know he's got the kind of larceny in him that he does.
Yeah, he says he knows nothing but poker, and I'm starting to believe him. But he is shrewd.
Well, he knows it well.
All right, on to the next hand. Dolan with a quick fold. Serock with the button and a king-8. And he is going to make the raise. Makes it 100,000 into the tightest player at the table, Craig Bergeron. And this guy is tighter than a Chinese phone booth, Mike.
Yeah, I haven't played many pots today, but taking a long time to act here.
Oh, no. Is it possible he'll play a hand?
On.
Oh, there you go.
Well, he is going over the top. The sunglasses come up from Joe. He says, whoa, this guy's coming into a pot.
Tommy out, and yeah, Joe Serock saying, I know your game. I'm not getting near that. Folds his hand, Craig Bergeron taking down that pot. And Bergeron only been playing for 5 years.
John Dolan picking up a nice hand here. Ace jack of spade.
Yep, he's raised to 130 to go. Into Joe Serock, who has an ace-4 of clubs. And Joe Serock will make the call. Ace-jack versus ace-4.
So we're going to have a flop here. Clubs versus spades. The flop is king, queen, 4. Look what has happened. Joe Serock now is the best hand with 2 4s.
Inside straight draw for Dolan. And look at this. He will not disappoint. Every time makes the continuation bet no matter what. It's like 135.
He's 100% continuationer, that's for sure. But Serock going nowhere with bottom pair.
Yeah, pretty stubborn when a king-queen comes up and you raise or bets, and he still calls 7 of diamonds. No help to either player.
Dolan's going to check this time. Well, Serock checks right behind him. Doesn't want to fall in any traps here. But a 10 comes off on the river, giving Dolan a straight.
Unbelievable.
And the best hand. He's got the nuts, the best possible hand here.
Went from pain to fame with that card.
Now he is going to bet, and he would love nothing more than his opponent to raise this pot. But
no, Joe Serock too shrewd for that one. He gets out of the hand. So well done by John Dolan. Sweeps in that pot. 4 players remain at the Seminole Hard Rock Showdown in Florida. We're coming back for more action on the World Poker Tour. Well, Mike, I only played that because I thought you were playing it. Where were you?
I should have been there. I can play better than some of those guys I was looking at, I can tell you.
We could have had fun. We got the sunburns. Bet.
You're always looking to rob me. You're always looking to get my money.
All right, back to this game. Winner's going to take home close to 800,000. Tommy Vedes with a quick fold, and now John Dolan with just 9-5 is going to raise to 105.
And right behind him has been the thorn in his side, Joe Serock. Here, Joe picks up ace-jack.
And look at this. He's just going to call it. The 23-year-old Craig Bergeron going to fold. So two-way action between John and Joe. 9-5, ace-jack. Here we go.
And flop comes king 6-6 with 2 diamonds.
Well, Dolan has a 4 flush. And right now, Joe's first to act. And he's going to check it. And Dolan wants to see a card. He checks as well. No continuation bet that time.
First time he hasn't done that. 8 comes up. He now has a straight draw to go along with his flush draw.
Serock gonna check again. And now Dolan didn't hit his flush, but got the straight draw. A lot of possibilities. This time he's getting chips out. It appears to bet, yep, 150,000.
You're sitting in Joe Serock's seat. You're saying, you know, the guy didn't bet on the flop. Must not have a king. He would have bet a pair if he had that. I'm just not buying this. I'm going to call him.
You're right. Excellent call so far with ace high. Let's see if it turns on him. River card will be a 3 of hearts, so John Dolan doesn't get there. Serock gonna check again.
Well, that card is not going to scare Serock at all. John Dolan's going to be thinking, you know, I bet on the turn this guy called me. Will he call me if I bet on the river?
He's getting frustrated by making these bets in prior hands and getting called.
Well, he knows the only way he can win the pot is to bet. If he checks, he just gives it up. He just waves the flag. It's over. And there it is. Serock turns up the ace-jack to take down the pot.
John Dolan, boy, he needs some oxygen the way he's getting tooled here by Joe Serock. It's one thing to see after the hand when you know one more bet would have got to the pot, but it's very tough to do.
Almost played it perfect.
Almost played it perfect. Nothing could be farther from the truth. He did make the continuation bet on the flop. He waved the flag on the river.
Oh.
That hand was played far from perfectly.
Right. A little critical there on John, but I have to agree. Now, this time he's going to raise with a queen-jack. Makes it 105 right behind him. Joe Serock, though. He's got king 10. Oh, look at this. He's going to re-raise. Craig out. Now Tommy Vedes going to look down at a nothing hand. He folds, so back on John. And John is going to lay this one down. He is just getting manhandled by Serock. The hippy-dippy free spirit does it again.
Now, just incredible. Terrific poker we're seeing tonight.
The level of play in these games for the stakes that we're playing is pretty surprising. I would say it's about the equivalent of maybe a live 1-3 game at a big property here in Vegas.
Yeah, so one of the cool features for the games in WPT Global is that they limit the number of professional players to 2 per table. So you can hop in there and expect a very fair and beatable lineup.
I think I'm up about 20,000 in the cash games the last 3 days or so.
Fun cash games, can't really overstate it.
Wow.
To the table we go. Joe Serock now with ace-6. He's a great player. He is raised to 100,000. Craig, of course, out. And now Tommy Vedes. He has a good hand.
Got those suited connectors you always like to see flopped with.
No, he's not going anywhere. He's made the call. Dolan out. So ace-6 up against jack-10. Here's the flop.
Flop 8-4-3. No help to either player. Action on Tommy. He's going to check. Comes a continuation bet. By flows.
Ever so nonchalant. He puts in 90,000. Just ace high.
Vedes not mucking his hand yet. He is a player very capable of check raising here with no hand in this spot.
He certainly is. We've seen him do it before. Tommy Vedes, very sneaky, tricky player. But does he want to tangle with the chip leader? No, he does not, Mike.
He gives it up. So Serock takes down yet another pot. This guy's one tough cookie, Vince, no doubt about it. Back-to-back final tables out here on the World Poker Tour. He is now the WPT Player of the Year, leader in the standings, of the point standings.
And he says he knows nothing but poker, and I don't believe him anymore.
He knows how to not pay rent, sleeps on everybody's couches. He knows how to skateboard. He does a lot of things besides play poker.
This guy is very shrewd. But back to this hand, Craig Bergeron finally going to pick up a little pair of sixes.
On.
Look at this. Craig going all in with the sixes.
He moved in for $1 million.
Oh, but big trouble behind him. The ladies, the pair of queens for Tommy Vedes. And he goes back over the top all in. Like he should. Dolan out. And Joe Serock looks at his hand, also folds. So there we go.
You got tens. You got queens.
Well, Craig Bergeron in dire straits here. Queens versus sixes.
Well, the sixes were lucky early on for Tommy.
Will they be unlucky for him this time
Yeah,
around?
he's at the card of the night. Who knows?
Well, Craig Bergeron has Route 66, and he'll be on his way down the road if he doesn't get some help here.
Yeah, 23-year-old from Michigan, a great player. On the ropes right now with 5 cards to come.
And part of Craig's problem is his opponent has the same 2 flush cards he does. So he can't make a flush to win the pot.
Okay, here come the first 3. Ooh.
And it's come King 8-7. So far, so good for Tommy Vedes. The queen's out in front. Obviously, Craig could backdoor straight and win this pot.
Put a 9 up per sweat.
4th street is an 8 of spades.
Craig Bergeron must catch a 6 to win the pot. Nothing else will do for him. Otherwise, he's out in 4th place.
Can he get lucky here?
Well, it's a 9. So there you go. The 23-year-old poker pro from Farmington Hills, Michigan, Craig Bergeron, going to be out in 4th place.
Well, he played tight but smart all night long. Going to take home $212,000. He's a very talented young player, and right now he's going over to commiserate with Matt Savage.
Here with our 4th place finisher, Craig Bergeron. You're taking home $212,000. Tell us a little bit about your hands tonight.
I just kind of stayed around the stack I started with going in the final table. If you had asked me 4 days ago, you know, if I'd be happy with the 4th place finish, I'd say yes. But today, you know, I expected to win and I wanted to win, so a little disappointing. But
Well, you're only 23 years old. I'm sure you're going to be back again, and you're looking sharp tonight, I must say. Marianella, back to you.